getting married. And in fact, marriage is just a reflection of what Christ has done for us. So when Christ went to the cross, paid our debt, and whenever we receive forgiveness and we are attached to Christ in a relationship, He actually gave us marriage as a reflection of that. So anytime you date, anytime you marry, you should be looking at it through the lens of Christ and the relationship that He has with you. So me, I like to argue. I like to get hot-headed and fired up and just, I like that. I like to argue. That's part of my personality. I have to, okay, look, is this not me? We'll argue about something. You'll body slam me in the kitchen, and you'll punch a hole in the door. And I'm like, baby, I love you, stop. Anyway, we'll argue. We'll have disagreement, and we'll be mad at each other. Okay, like 5 minutes later, I already feel terrible about it, and I come and I apologize to you, right? And I'm just like, I'm sorry because I thought about it. Jesus convicted me. He kicked me in the head. And He's like, why'd you do that, stupid? And so I feel bad, and I have to pray, God, help me love her like You love me. I feel terrible, so I have to go apologize. Well, riddle me this, got a little problem. Kayla stays angry for a long time. Here's what I need you to know about guys. Guys, you get like furious. You get so mad, you'll stab somebody with a number 2 pencil and just leave them for dead. And then like 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, I'm good to go. Let's go watch some TV. I'm good to go. Now, ladies, you're pissed off forever. Forever. It's like a day later, like I'll talk to her and she'll just snap on, what? I'm sorry, I just wanted to know if you wanted a Pop-Tart. What? What happened? I'm so confused. What happened? And she's still mad. And then you've got to like pry it out of her. You're like, what's wrong? Nothing. You're lying. You're lying. What's wrong? Nothing. And then like an hour later, she'll finally tell me, what, the other day, you were leaving, you slammed the door. What? Really? That's it? Yes. Here we go. So everybody always wants to ask, everybody's dating, and you're all wanting to know like, who wants to marry and all this kind of stuff. And how many of you ever dated and broke up with somebody? How many of you ever dated and broke up with somebody? All across the room. And how many of you are concerned with the person you're supposed to marry? You all are. Raise your stupid hands. You're all concerned. How many of you right now are looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend? You gotta be honest with me. You got Marcus is right, Charlie raising that hand. Charlie, you're gonna have to get rid of that explosive diarrhea. Just saying. But let me start this off by saying, you have no business asking who you're supposed to marry until you can work out some other relationships in your life. There's just no business. You're wasting your time. It's foolish. It's just going to end in heartache and just pain and suffering, and it's going to suck. Okay? No joke. We're having this talk tonight, and I was prepping for this, and a girl, 18 years old, pops up in my Facebook chat. I don't even know who she is because I have friends that I've never met because people just, I have a friend. She added me. Anyway, shut up. So she's on that. She pops up, and she starts asking questions like, hey, LOL, can you talk for a second? Smiley face.
I logged off.
And then I just shoved her in my mouth on her. I don't care what's going on. Anyway, so she asked questions. She was like, hey, I'm having a relationship troubles. Can I talk to you about it? I don't even know you. But yes. Fire away. So she starts telling me, hey, how do you get over a really hard breakup? LOL. How long did you date? And she said 3 to 4 months. And first off, that's not a hard breakup. Shut up. Like you just have nothing going on in your life. If 3 to 4 months is just you're just heartbroken. Ah! I lost everything. And you had nothing to start with.
Thank you, man.
And let me be honest, nobody's that important. 3 to 4 months into it. No, like if Wes, if he just disappeared, I wouldn't even notice. I'm playing. I don't mean that. And before you go off trying to date some hood rat, let me ask you this. How is your relationship with Jesus? Are you growing and are you maturing as a Christian? is your relationship with Jesus getting better? If it's not, you don't have any business dating anybody. Because you will not only screw up your life, but you're going to ruin that person's life too. How many of you that are asking these questions are actually reading your Bible? And I don't mean like, okay, you know how whenever you go to bed and you feel guilty after you come on Wednesday night, let's say you read your Bible, and so Wednesday night after church you go home and you've been texting all night, and then you lay in your bed and you're in your, this is really dirty, but you're laying in your bed and you're about to fall asleep and you're watching Food Network and you're laying there and then you're about to go to sleep and you remember, oh, gee, I need to read my Bible. And you get your Bible, or maybe it's on your phone, whatever, and you turn it to Psalms always, and you're reading, the Lord is my shepherd. And you're out. And so then when I ask you, you're like, well, yeah, I read my Bible. No, you freaking didn't. You're a liar. You did not. And this freaks some of you out, but I totally love Jesus more than I love Kayla. And I absolutely, totally love Jesus more than I love Sawyer. And anything other than that is idolatry. Straight up. When you love anybody, any person, anything more than you love God, is idolatry. And look at me, some of you just refuse to admit this is you. You know it's you. You can feel it burning in your chest. You know God is trying to talk to you, but you refuse to admit it. You're lying to yourself. It's most of you in the room. You have relationship idolatry, and you care about the opposite sex more than you care about God. You have no business dating. You don't understand. At 24, I completely get it now. And I realize how stupid I was at 15 and 16 and 17. And maybe I didn't have a brain until I hit like 22. I don't know. But some of you are totally going to find this out the hard way.
Yeah. Don't all this kind of... Don't all this kind of go back to the first point, because that's something that I see, especially with the young ladies and a lot of you in this room, as far as Facebook, is that you're constantly posting pictures of yourself in your bikini. You know, and I'm just gonna be honest. You always like you put on your bikini and then you go out there and you suck everything into your ribs almost protruding out the side, and you snap a picture. All right, yeah. I see this. I mean, it's all the time, and a lot of you are in this room. A lot of you are in this room. That's it. That's the pose. Or they kick the leg up. You know, yeah. But what I see is I see young ladies trying to find fulfillment in a guy, trying to find fulfillment in a guy that only wants what it is that you have to offer him. You know, and there's one thing that I think you guys, especially you young ladies, you need to look in the mirror and find your worth in the fact that you are God's creation, that He created you in His image, and that He says that you are His masterpiece. Ephesians 2:10 says that you're His masterpiece. Don't try to find your fulfillment in a guy. Don't post these pictures of yourself in your bikini so everybody, and you can say, well, it's just because I was at the beach. No, you posted them pictures on Facebook because you wanted everybody to admire and to be looking at your body. Don't do that. Find your worth in Jesus Christ. Look in the mirror and find your worth in the person of Jesus Christ and what it is He created you to be.
Well, anyway. Number 3, do not have any romantic relationships with someone who is not. I want to stab somebody over this one. This makes me want to freaking lose my mind. This is the one, straight up. This is the one. I hate this. And the thing about this one is the people who know better always do this. It's like you think, well, he just does cocaine and sells heroin, and he's only shot 2 or 3 people. He's a good guy. He's not that bad. Yeah, well, of course, he's just covered in tattoos, and he's not wearing pants. Not a big deal, Daniel. He's a good guy on the inside. No! He sucks on the inside. He's a horrible person. And some of you don't see it. Listen to me. Ladies, you always, I see this all the time, you try and find a guy and you think, I can fix him. No, you can't. You can never fix us. Ladies, do not date somebody who is not worthy of marriage. Do not date somebody who is not going to lead you into a relationship with Christ. Mitchell and West will deal with the soul. I'm a professional. You leave him to us.